Okay, I think I'm here. One moment. I am just running into like all sorts of silly little technical issues this morning, but I think now I'm all set up. I think. Wait. Yes. I have all my beverages behind me. What is up? Happy Saturday. It's Saturday. It's December, the craziest time of year. How are you all doing? Snacky. Brought my knitting. Let's go. Okay, that's perfect because I need camaraderie and I need support and I need community while I attempt to make what I am going to attempt to make today. I really don't know if I will pull it off, but we'll see. I've got my supplies here. I am trying to do felt bag charms. So that is what we're doing. Thank you so much for being here, everyone that's here live. If you're watching the replay later, hey, what's up? I think I might be using some of this footage in a YouTube video soon. But in the meantime, I kind of feel like doing these live streams is a good way for me to like stay on YouTube, making YouTube stuff, but not having to like edit stuff, if that makes sense. So that's the deal there. Let's see. Let me get all my beverages. I just made myself a coffee. Ooh. Sorry, I just realized I made my camera shake really bad. I'm using my webcam setup because later when we're crafting, I want to show it. So that's why we have the not so good camera quality. But hi, Swegan. Is that how you say your name? Hello. Your little icon looks so cute. Thanks for joining this morning. I've got all my little beverages, which in my opinion is necessary for crafting time. You know, you need to stay hydrated. I've got a coffee that turned out to be mostly milk. Yeah, it's mostly soy milk. But look at this cute little cup. I got it from by Katie Mai. Does anyone else watch Katie Mai? She's like my fave. And this cup is so cute. I also have my corn tea. This is my second time brewing this bag and it kind of tastes like hot water. Okay. Not nailing it on the drinks today. And then I have water. Dun 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 dun. My cup is getting to the point where I think I need to take off all of these stickers and put on fresh ones. Also, is the music too loud? It sounds a little loud in my ears, but that could just be me. Let me know. Okay. How do I want to set this up? Like I was saying, oh, you don't hear music? Okay, maybe it's like really, really quiet then. Let me know if you hear something now. Because it was at like negative 55 decibels, which is pretty much silent. Hi, Glitter Paws. Hey. Well, how's it going? Also, hi, Seikoko Ko. Seikoko Ko 3. Hello. What's up? Thanks for being here, guys. Is anyone else crafting this morning? What do we have going on? Are we just chilling? What are the vibes? I had a kind of hectic morning, but that was like my fault. I didn't really set up anything for stream last night because I had dance rehearsal last night. I have a video shoot for that project today. So it's just like a quick thing this weekend for fun. Okay, now can you guys hear music? Do we hear it? Hi, Angie. Good morning. Good morning or good evening, depending where you are. Still no tunes. Okay, why am I blasting this music in my ears then? I'm currently trying to use YouTube Music. Here's what I think. I think I need to just not have it so loud in my ears. Okay. Okay. We're going to figure this out, guys. I've got a cute little winter Nintendo music thing happening. And it's weird because it shows it on my OBS, but you guys aren't hearing it. So, oh my gosh, Lexi, you're wrapping your gifts with old Trader Joe bags. Dude, that is like such a good look. Like paper, that brown craft paper for wrapping looks so cute. That's a really, really good idea. Maybe I'll steal that. I think I have some old Trader Joe bags. Also, wow, that's like so prepared of you to already have your Christmas gifts. We're going to be making mine. So mine are just concepts in my brain right now and pieces of felt. I actually did start on my craft. So let me show you what we're doing. So I think I've mentioned it before on my channel, but I'm obsessed with this magazine called Daphne's Diary. And it's essentially like a DIY crafty magazine, but I think it's kind of aimed towards like older ladies, just because the aesthetics are very grandma core. And it's just the cutest thing ever. I subscribed to it. I discovered it randomly at Barnes and Noble last year. And I decided to subscribe to a magazine because that's so fun to have a magazine show up every once in a while. They do maybe like every other month there's a new edition. But in the most recent edition, hold on, let me move over here. Ooh. I can't figure out how to show you this without getting in the way of my mic. She had this cute little DIY for bag charms. And I was like, ooh, I could do those. I could customize my little felt bag charms for different people that I want to gift this Christmas. So that's what we're going to do. I'm a little nervous about the actual sewing process of these felt charms, but we're just going to power through. So that's what we're doing today. Sorry to check for a third time, but can you guys hear music? I bumped it up quite a bit. Maybe if this doesn't work, that means that I can't play music from YouTube Music and stream it. Like maybe that doesn't work. No. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Let me quick get my music set up on the proper interface. That's so interesting. They must know that you can, I don't know, they must block you from streaming from YouTube Music. Is that possible? I don't think so. Or maybe my OBS is just broken. Low-key, OBS has been doing some crazy things. That's the like software that I use to stream. It's been doing weird stuff, so I would not be surprised. Okay, let me try just finding a playlist on YouTube. Nintendo Christmas music. 70 minutes is okay, but can I find a playlist? Okay, we'll just start with this one. Am I even hearing anything? Maybe I just need to turn it up like a lot. Okay, I'm hearing music. Let me know if you guys are hearing music. And now I fear it might be a little too loud if you are hearing it. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's okay. I guess it just wasn't meant to be for us to have cutie little music in the background. What the heck? Do we all just put our own music on? I think you have to. I think that's a requirement now. I'm sorry. That sucks. Let me try one more thing. Did that do anything? I like that this is a live troubleshooting demo right now. But I'm hearing music and it says in my software that you should be hearing music and I don't know why it's not working. Ugh. Well, that's okay. We will soldier on. I'm currently listening to 70 minutes of winter and holidays Nintendo music. So I'm going to put it in the chat if you want to listen to what I'm listening to. Oh, I just used my, I just chatted from my personal YouTube account. So don't mind that. Why am I just having everything go wrong? Oh, wait, it didn't work because, okay. I think my personal YouTube account can't post links in the chat. I guess that makes sense. Okay. That's what I'm listening to. We'll see. Maybe at some point it will decide to work, but this is very strange. And I'm not a tech expert. The fact I even make it live on here is kind of incredible. But earlier today, part of the reason I'm late is because I was trying to get my transitions to work on here. Did you guys see how ugly that transition was? Boop. Boop. There's just no cute transition. And that's because, I don't know, my OBS is broken. It's okay though. Hi Priya. Welcome. Hey girl. How's your Saturday going? Is it Saturday for you guys or are we international? Are we everywhere all at once? Because I know a lot of times when I stream in the morning, it's like late night for some people. Hi, Marie. Marie Bunny. Oh my God. That's so sweet. I'm glad that you're here. And thanks for following me for a long time, I guess. I recently, actually, this is not recent. This is like a long, also, why am I on this view? I'm talking. I recently have come to the conclusion that I might be kind of bad at social media and I'm kind of okay with that. And instead I really just like value hanging out with you guys. Like I know that I could spend my time making whatever kind of content I probably should make, like short form content and stuff, but it's just so much more rewarding for me to like come hang out in these live streams, chat with you guys. Currently 6 p.m. in France. Also, hi. Hey. I actually think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I may have packed your order yesterday. And that might be shipping to you in France. I feel like I remember that name. Or you could be a totally different person. Also, it's probably he. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways, what I was saying before. Yeah, I just really enjoy doing these streams. I know that they're not like the most pop-in thing ever, but I think that if I stayed consistent with it, it would be really, really fun to like have these standing crafty drawing streams just to hang out in. And I mentioned earlier, but I think I'm going to be using some of this footage for a little YouTube video. I think I'm going to make a whole YouTube video detailing my process of making these DIY bag charms. I showed this earlier, but just in case anyone just popped in. Oh, Hamika. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay. I'm pretty sure I packed an order yesterday for someone with like a 2-letter first name. So when I saw your username, I was like, oh my gosh, that must be you. But it probably was different. My bad. Anyways, the bag charms. Sorry, I am all over the place this morning. My bad. The bag charms I'm going to be making, hopefully, the felt pieces for today. This is a cute little DIY from a magazine that I subscribe to. And I'm going to make like different designs. I'm not going to make this heart felt charm, but I like the concept. And then I also have gotten started a little bit on making some other elements for the bag charms. So I bought a shrinky dink set. And my thought is I could just draw cute little shrinky dink charms. So first of all, I made some that are just like from the kit that they give you. So that's one. A little lightning. And I just colored these with colored pencils, but they're so cute. I don't know if I'm actually going to use these on my bag charms for my gifts for people, but they're cute. This one got really stretched out. Womp womp. And then I made a couple where I drew them myself as like myself as a little test. So this is the first one I made. It kind of split where the little hole is. So I got to work on my technique, my shrinky dink technique. And then this one I thought was so cute. The kit that I bought comes with a bunch of like fake lined paper. And so I drew a little duck on it. I think it's so cute. And then I have these little charm bag charm pieces. Hi, Mags. Also, Marie Bunny, thank you so much. The calendars are looking good. I feel like I have been in a bit of a calendar jail, a self-imposed calendar jail, where all I did for like a month was make the calendars and then get my art shop open and then fulfill a bunch of orders the first week. It was a lot of work for sure. But I'm just like really happy to get things out in the world. Sometimes I'm just not, I don't have a lot of capacity in terms of time to like fulfill all of the things that I need to do for those big projects. So I've been a little overwhelmed, to be honest, this month generally. And then last week, I think everything was kind of like done. Like the big rush of calendars was done. There was nothing much more to do in terms of getting my art shop set to go. Like everything is running smoothly, which I'm really grateful for. So last week I finally was kind of able to breathe a little bit. And now I'm trying to like ease back into normal life things. So that's kind of why I haven't streamed in a long time. Like I was saying earlier, I love doing these streams, but when I'm so busy, it's just like, it wouldn't be fun. So that's kind of been my vibe. Hamika, I used colored pencils for these little shrinky dink charms. I wonder how close I can get. You can kind of see the texture on it. And then for this one and the one I drew myself, I did the outline in, I think the kit came with like a permanent marker, but I think you can just use Sharpie. And then I used that marker for this one too. And then I colored it all in with colored pencil. I just used my Prismacolor color pencils that I already have. So they turn out really cute. And I think I'm going to do kind of a combination of these felt charms that we're going to make today and then the shrinky dink charms. I also have some random beads, and that's how I will make the bag charms. And I think that'll be really cute and fun. Oh my God. Hi, Anissa. Hey, friend. What's up? Thanks for coming. Okay, I was going to show this, but actually I have a Milanote board for this project that I think would make more sense for me to share because it's actually put together. Oh, I'm so sad about my music. I'm guessing you guys still can't hear my music, but I'm listening to some Nintendo holiday music. Okay, let me pull up the little Mila note board for this project. Actually, I need to hide this thing. Okay, it's gonna look kind of scarce. Usually my Mila note boards are very put together. Okay. Also, I hate that my transitions aren't working today. Just not a good technology day for me. Okay, let me move. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna move everything over. So these are the ideas I have so far. It's kind of random, but basically I'm gonna make 4 bag charms for now. 1 for my mom and my dad, and then 2 for my brothers. OMG, there is the music. That's so weird. See, the thing is that I don't get. This is the screen capture music. Okay, so that's the one that's working. All right. I'm just going to have to finesse this. When I change the setup on stream, I might need to finesse it again, but I'm so glad you guys can hear the music. We're bopping. I love wintertime music in Nintendo games. They just capture the vibes. And I personally, come on, cooperate. Anyways, I personally have not been in the Christmas spirit this year. Criminal. No, it's actually not criminal. It's fine. But I think just because I was so busy with the calendars and stuff, I've just been kind of exhausted and not in the mood to like decorate or anything. But that is my goal this weekend, to actually get my Christmas stuff up, because I do really like having Christmas decor, but I just haven't gotten to it this year. Okay, yay. All is right in the world. You guys can hear the music. So anyways, this is what I have planned for the charms so far. Okay. For my dad, I am oh, it can be turned down a little. Thank you. Thank you for that note. I don't want to blow out anybody's eardrums. Okay. That might be a little too quiet, but we'll get there eventually. Oh wait. I'm in my chat now. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. For my dad, I'm thinking a ramen or a kimbap charm. Because I just think a food felt charm would be really cute. I don't know if I'm going to attempt that today, because I think that's going to be pretty hard. For my mom, I'm thinking of doing an orchid. I think this is so cool. My mom is really good at growing orchids. I don't know how she does it. Every time I get an orchid, I keep it alive, but it never grows flowers like hers. So I think an orchid would be really cool. This looks kind of advanced. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay. The ones for my brothers are the ones that I think I want to work on today. First of all, my one brother really likes games, cards, like physical games, not video games, you know? So I'm thinking a playing card would be cool. And then I'm thinking for the Shrinky Dink charms that I want to make for him, I'm thinking dice. And that would be like a nice little set. I don't know what's it called? Face? Like the clubs, spades, hearts, diamonds. I don't know which one I want to do for him. So we'll see. And then for my other brother, I really want to do like a journal little felt charm. I think this is so cute. If I could do something like this, I'd be so happy. But we'll see. That could take me all stream. It truly could. And then I'm thinking for his Shrinky Dinks, we do a little Pokemon. Pick his favorite Pokemon. These are like just 3 of his faves. He sent me a list of like 8. But I think I just want to do 1. So that is what I have. I think I'm going to attempt the card and the journal right now. And if we can get through that, I will be very happy. And then we'll go from there. If we even get through that. But yeah, that is the plan for today. Once again, thank you so much for joining. Let me switch my camera view and fix the audio because I have a feeling music might not be working here. Okay, we're here. Let me know if you hear music. Also, let me know if it's still too loud because I don't want to do that. I do have also... Okay, let me just actually go through all my supplies. Let's do that. Sorry, I have like very chaotic energy. Okay, there's no music when I switch to the cam. Okay. Here's what I think. I think the screen capture music is working. Please hold. This is gonna get crazy. I've never messed with my settings while live. Now I have my screen capture in this little setup, but it's hidden. And now maybe you can hear music? Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, okay. I have no idea why that's happening. Thanks for helping me troubleshoot. And if I switch my camera view and the music goes away. Actually, let me just be proactive. Let me fix this camera view as well. So you gotta add a screen capture and hide it. That's like a really silly workaround, but whatever. Okay. All is right in the world. We're listening to music. We're vibing. What are you guys all working on? Let me know. I would love to know. But now let's go through my supplies. I got this big set of felt. It's not the highest of quality of felts. I will admit that. But I liked the variety of colors. And I thought if nothing else, the lower quality felt might be easier for me as a baby beginner to utilize with my baby beginner supplies. Anissa, you're playing Stardew. Wait, you're crafting on your Switch, Stardew style. I'm assuming that means that you're playing Stardew. How was your playthrough going? I missed that game. I haven't played it in a long time. These are all the colors we've got to work with. We got a lot. A nice little spread. So that is the first thing we've got. Then I had to like low-key purchase all of this stuff, which low-key purchase. What am I, a 7th grade boy? Anyways, I had to purchase all of this stuff, which is disappointing to me. I just haven't had the bandwidth to like go searching for this stuff in another way. So I did just order it all online. Stinky consumerism, but hey, sometimes it's just what we gotta do. I got embroidery. Let me not show you the white one so you can actually see it. I got embroidery floss. Wow. So this is what I'm planning to use in my little felt charms to give it some color contrast, because I think that could be really cute. Wait, also let me catch up with chat. Angie, you're working on a design for a festival. That sounds cool. I wonder what it is. Please do share if you feel so inclined. Ooh, Hamika, you're crocheting coasters. Are those for yourself? Or are they gifts? I feel like this is the time of year where we craft things for gifts. I got crazy and started embroidery. My hand hurts, but I'm determined to finish. Dude, that is the thing with all of these fiber arts. The carpal tunnel of it all. It's a lot on the wrists and the hands. Definitely make sure to stretch. What else can you do? I love putting icy hot on my wrists after I work on crafts or a lot of drawing. Feels so good. Icy hot, I forgot about it for like 5 years, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't live without this stuff. It's amazing. Hi, Chels. What's up? Happy Saturday. keep forgetting the day. Ooh, they're both, Mika, gifts for yourself and your family. That's the best. That is the best. Gift yourself first. Mags, stretching and taking breaks is seriously so important with the physical crafts. It really is. And it's the hardest thing to make yourself do. There's nothing worse than like being in the flow and then being in pain. Like you have to just like get yourself out of the flow for a second. But it definitely helps a lot. I feel like this past year when I was working on the calendar specifically and just drawing all day, I was really into taking breaks. I had a whole like little PT setup for myself where I would like go over there. I would apply, they have like topical anti-inflammatories that's like apparently helpful for like your wrist specifically. So I would put that on my wrist. I put icy hot on. I would stretch my little yoga mat. I had a little like massage ball because for me, when I draw a lot or craft a lot, my upper back and neck, everything just starts to hurt. Probably because my posture is probably not that good. But yeah, that helped so much. Being really preventative about it is really important. Oh, Angie, it's for Valentine's Day, but the deadline is tomorrow. No panic. You got this. You totally got this. I am sure that you can do it. But that's a little stress inducing. Sometimes I like creating on a deadline and sometimes I really hate it. It really just depends. But I feel like in general, it can make things a little stressful. But at the same time, it kind of like forces you to lock in, which can be good. Where do I want to put everything for this? I'm working with a limited counter space or table space. Okay. I think we'll do this. And then I'll work here. Sure. Actually, I'm gonna put my felt. I'm gonna put my felt like this. Ooh, use that vertical space. Okay. Y'all, are we ready to start? I don't know if I am yet. I feel like what I would have done this morning if I had more time, and I feel like this would have been really helpful, I was going to draw out the exact colors I was going to use with this felt to make things, but alas. So let me just pick out colors that I want to use for the journal. So I need like a lighter color. This is showing up on camera as white, but it's actually like a little bit of an icy blue, I think. Like this is actual white. Can you tell? Or is my camera? Wait, hold on. Now I'm having issues with my camera being too light. There we go. Okay, it was a little washed out and crazy looking. Okay, maybe this is actually just white. It looks pretty similar. Okay. Okay. So we could use this for the journal paper. Otherwise, the kit has like this butter yellow, but I feel like butter yellow is not the color of paper. No, no. I also think it would be cute to come up with like a little color scheme for each charm so that they kind of have, you know, a cohesive color palette. So I think it would be kind of cute to do like blue for this journal because we are going to be also making a little Pokemon charm. And let me share this again. I think I'm gonna do Mudkip here. Mudkip is really cute. I like these two guys too, don't get me wrong, but they just look like they'd be a little harder to draw. So I think I'll for sure make a little Mudkip charm. So low-key, I could just like copy the colors of this journal exactly. Because it does look kind of cute together. Should I do that? Is that like so not creative of me? Kinda. Or you know what could also be cute, because it's not like we're actually going to be writing on the pages of this journal. I could just make the color of the paper like blue or something, you know? That could be fun. Maybe like light blue pages on the inside of an orange journal. That could be cute. And I think this color here is perfect. Let me show you. Oh, it's turning out very yellow looking on camera. I swear it's orange. Actually, wait. I've been scammed. The only orange they have is like really aggressive. And that's not really the color of Mudkip's little accent anyways. So I don't think I'm gonna use that. I think I wanna match little Mudkip with my journal. So I think we're gonna mostly copy whoever this person on Pinterest was. Thank you so much. I should be giving credit to my sources, but unfortunately I was lazy and I just screenshotted all these things. So shout out to whoever is my inspo. Okay. Let's go. We got colors of felt picked out. That's step 1, baby. It's all about the baby steps. Oh my gosh, I need to catch up. We got people hanging out here. Hi, Wolf Forms. Dude, the craft streams are really cozy, and that's why I love doing them. I was saying earlier, like, sometimes I feel like maybe I should spend my energy making like short form content, because that's what is lit on the internet right now. But I just have so much fun doing these instead. What is that? Is that my, oh, it's my water reflecting in the corner over here was distracting me. I am acting like a little bunny rabbit this morning. I cannot keep my thoughts straight. Oop. I just bumped the mic. I'm sorry. Corduroy Castle. Hello. You're working from home today. These are the vibes you needed for cozy weekend work, dude. Weekend work is tough. I have a friend that works Saturdays, Sundays. I don't know. She works weekends often, and I'm always like, ooh, that's tough, because the whole rest of the world is acting like there's no work, but then you have to work. So I'm happy I can keep you company. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Wolf Farms. Thank you. The calendar was a total success. I feel so happy. It feels like a little child of mine is out in the world, and that's a relief. Wait, I just realized this little charm that I made, my little Shrinky Dink charm, matches this color. We love that. Oh my god. Also, hi Brian. What's up? Also, why did I just get a warning for my stream? Can you guys still see me? Is everything okay? Maybe the stream quality just dipped. That's okay. I have been having so many technical issues today. It's fine. Chell Spice, I am the same way, but do you know what has happened to me with my YouTube? My YouTube app, I open it and it sends me straight into shorts. Does it do that for anybody else? Like, I'm just trying to log in, watch my little YouTube video, go about my day, but it sucks me into the YouTube Shorts algorithm. And then sometimes my little monkey brain gets sucked in, and then I'm all distracted. It's super lame. Oh my gosh, Brian, you're also working. Happy work day to everybody. You got this. Nobody works harder than you. Annie, I just finished a 55-hour week at work. Oh my god. Annie, that sounds pretty rough. Shout out to you though for getting it done. That is very impressive. That's a lot of hours at work. Oh my god. Okay. Let me get my scissors. and we're gonna start. I love having my little pegboard where my scissors sit because I hate losing my scissors, and I am someone that's like pretty serious about keeping my craft scissors nice. Okay. I know I could like measure this out and make it perfect, but I think it's just gonna be a handmade look. So how big do I want the bag charm to be? Maybe the size of this. What if I put this inside? That would be cool, but I don't think I'm gonna actually figure that out. That could be really cool though, since it looks like a little journal paper. No, but I think this is a good size reference. So then I'm gonna just double it, and that'll be the size of my journal. I think this is a good one to start with because it's pretty straightforward. Felt has been cut. Let's freaking go. You can always make it smaller too, because this actually might be a little too big. And then we'll fold it in half and it'll be a little... That'll be so cute. Okay. How many pieces of paper did this charm have? Dang, it had like a lot, low key. And the charm that I'm referencing kind of somehow the notebook is kind of open. I think I want to make this a little smaller. It feels a little too big. So I'm gonna just trim it. Because I don't want this charm to be like too fat. That feels substantial, but also like hand-sized. Cute. Okay. So that's that. And then I just need to make, theoretically, 1 or 2 similar sized pieces for the pages. And then we're going to try sewing. Guys, I really want to get into sewing this year. I've been really craving a sewing machine like for probably a year. And I feel like I'm finally at a place in life where the cost kind of makes sense to me. I'm like, if I invest in this sewing machine now, I can save so much money on like repairing my clothes, hemming my clothes myself. I can make like upholstery and stuff for pillows. Like there's just so many things you could do with the sewing machine that just take 8 hours to do by hand. And also, like we were discussing before, sewing by hand is kind of rough on your wrists and your fingers and stuff. So really been wanting a sewing machine, but I'm also like very intimidated by them. Okay, this is looking a little fatty. How did they do this? I wonder if I should like cut the inner pages to get rid of some of this like thick part where it's like folding over. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, Annie, your 55-hour week was all theater performances, 12-hour rehearsals. Oh man. Annie, I feel for you. I don't know if your rehearsals are what they're like, but I'm sure that's a lot of like ups and downs in energy. When I go to long rehearsals, I feel like it's a lot of like sitting around for 8 hours and then having to like bust out a performance full out and then, you know, sitting again. It's a lot of back and forth. Wolf, yes, I hate it when YouTube unsolicited shows me shorts or random channels when I open the app. I feel like YouTube is the last app where I can just watch what I want. Please leave it alone. Yes, that is how I feel. I'm sick of these apps trapping me into their algorithm and me being too silly and monkey brained to notice. And then when I do notice, I'm mad. Like, I'm sick of that. Oh my gosh, we all have thoughts about sewing machines, right? Like a sewing machine is so lit. It just unlocks so much potential. Duck pillows. Oh my gosh, what if? Does anyone watch Paige Wassel on YouTube? It'd be kind of random if you did. She's more of like an interior design channel, but she does like, I think, handmade, like furniture, or not furniture, but like home accessories. And she'll just like every once in a while do like a limited drop of like pillows, or actually that's the only example I can think of. I know that she's sold like handmade pillows before, and I think it's just like her friend with the sewing machine makes them. And I think that's so cool. I've also been watching a lot of like, okay, I am gonna cut this inner piece of paper and we're gonna see if that helps the bulk, because I feel like this charm is looking bulky. Okay, I think that does help. I wonder how they made it. Let me pull up my reference. Oop. Oop. Jeez. I'm nailing it today. I wonder how they made it look like the journal is a little open. Like I have to fold it a certain way. I think I do. Okay. Time to lock in, guys. Oh my gosh, Shamika, you watch her? Yeah, she's so cool, and she gives me really good advice on what I should do in my apartment. I get so confused on like how I'm supposed to show the camera things when I'm streaming for some reason. Okay, like that? If I kind of stagger all the pages like that, doesn't look totally right. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'm gonna stop. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make these inner pages a little smaller because they were looking a little big. And then I'm just gonna simply fold it, and it resembles a journal. Great. It's probably not gonna look as good as the example, but that's okay. This is also just kind of like a silly gift that I'm making for fun. SGT Cheetos. Cheetos, I am making felt bag charm. So I'm making little like charms for my family members as Christmas gifts. And I'm making some out of felt because I love the look of like having so many materials. I'm wondering if I should take out one of these inner pieces of felt to make it a little less thick. I kind of think so. I don't need this to be a huge tome. I need this to be a little journal. Okay. And then this yellow felt, I'm going to make like a little charm, a little heart charm to go on the front of my little journal, I think. Or maybe I'll make a star, because I really like making those, like, I don't know how to describe it. This shape. Hello? Focus. I'm a beauty guru. What the heck? This feels disrespectful. My camera is just not focusing. I've never experienced this before. This bad. Come on. There it is. This is the shape. Oh, it was there for a second. That's the shape I'm gonna make. Let's attempt it with scissors. Thank you guys for hanging in there with all my technical issues today. It's honestly kind of embarrassing. That's okay though. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff. That's what I tell myself. I think I'm not gonna fold it in half. Cheetos, I am going to attempt sewing it. My plan A is I have this thick embroidery thread that I'm going to use. And then if that doesn't work, I do have normal thread that I can use. And then for smaller items, I might glue. I have my trusty E6000 with me. Okay, I think I'm going to start by making it into like an oval shape. The last time I used E6000 though, I did close the room to this door. I did close the door to this room. Okay, English, wow. And I did kind of hotbox myself in a room with a bunch of E6000 fumes. Probably not a good thing to do regularly. Meg came home and like opened the door and was like, oh my God, like you need to get some air. I was like, oops. I didn't notice because I was so distracted because I was streaming. But yeah, I did not follow the directions. I just messed this up. Time to start a different one. Attempt number 2. Is there a smarter way I should be doing this? Maybe I should have my little reference here. Or maybe I should draw on it first. Ah, so smart. Oh my gosh, Cheetos. I know. My content has slowed down a lot since I've gone back to work, and it is sad, but I don't think I could make it otherwise, you know? Yeah, I've been back to work now for over a year, and so far I'm glad that I went back. I've never really made like a follow-up video to all of my like career videos because I was just like, I need to stop talking about this on the internet. But yeah, overall I'm like happy with it. And also it's just a really crazy time in in the world and in the US specifically. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? I think I feel more comfortable having the security of my job for now. And if that changes in the future, hell yeah. But if it doesn't change, also hell yeah. I think my just like ideas of like what I want to be doing with my time have changed. Next year, I really want to spend a lot of time dancing. That's like a huge goal I have. In addition to buying a sewing machine, I want to spend a lot of time dancing. And that's just like one of those things that now that I don't do it professionally, that's like all of my own time and money that I'm spending on that thing. And I don't know, it's kind of sometimes important, I think, to have like a stable job to support your life while you pursue other creative avenues, you know? Marie Bunny, do I still dance as a hobby sometimes? Yes. Yes, I do. I love dance so much, which is great because I feel like a few years ago, I wasn't really enjoying dance so much. And I think that just stems from it turning into something more serious when I was dancing professionally, which, you know, makes sense. But I think anytime you turn your hobby into a career or a side gig or whatever, it can definitely make it easy to like lose the connection to the enjoyment, I guess. Does that make sense? So I feel like I've been finally really like enjoying it again, which is really nice. And I really want to focus more on like investing in that. I think it's like hard for me sometimes to invest in my hobbies that aren't like a job for me, you know? Like it's easy for me to be like, oh, I should just like constantly be pumping out YouTube videos. But I think it's actually really important for me to have like that variety. Variety is the spice of life, baby. I don't know if this is going to turn out. This is my second attempt at this little star, and it's looking rough. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will make a follow-up video about it. I just feel like I was contributing to people giving out unsolicited career advice to strangers on the internet. And I realized that maybe, you know, people don't need to hear every thought I have, you know? So that was kind of why I was like, let me not make another video on that subject. Because sometimes I'm just like, ugh, this isn't fun to talk about, but it is valuable. And I feel like I do have, I don't know, I guess a unique experience with it all. Seeing that I, like, 2 years ago was like, my dream is to be a full-time artist. And now I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. I think my YouTube plan, so I am gonna probably make a little video with this charm. And then I think afterwards, I want to do a decluttering video because I have a lot of shit in my apartment. And I also just haven't really organized things super well in this place. So I feel like it would be nice to organize, declutter. And I really like making videos out of it. I think it's so satisfying. It's like motivational when you're decluttering to have someone to do it with you. Okay, what do we think about that? It's a little wonky, but it's kind of cute, actually. Do we like the weird shape? I think I do. Wolf Farms, that's a really good point. There is a difference between sharing unsolicited advice, the internet, and sharing one's experience. Yeah, I hope that I phrase things in that way, but, you know, I think sometimes I also just get sick of hearing myself talk, even though it's like what I do here. But yeah, specifically with like the job stuff, I was like, girl, I don't even know what I want and what I'm doing. So let me stop talking about it on the internet and maybe that'll help me. And I do think it has helped. Just like putting a little less pressure on it has helped me feel more okay with where I'm at. And like this week I was hanging out with my coworkers and I was like, damn, this is really good for me to like go out in the world and interact with my coworkers and just, I don't know, hang out with people, I guess, that I wouldn't otherwise interact with. I feel like that's what coworkers are, which like maybe is a harsh way to put it, but like, you know, I wouldn't be friends with these people of all ages and from all over with different hobbies and things like that. So in that regards, I also really like my job for that reason. But yeah, definitely that is a huge reason why my content is slower. But also, it's not even that. I just no longer can make myself work every day of the week until like midnight. Like I can't do it anymore. I feel like I spent the whole like first half of my 20s doing that, and now I'm just like, I'm tired and I would like to have nights where I log off from work and I turn off my brain and I play video games or I hang out with my boyfriend and I just don't produce anything, you know? Bye, Wolf Farms. Thank you so much for being here. Why'd I say it like that? That was crazy. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good rest of your day. Okay. I'm stalling because I don't know what to do next. I need to sew. I think this is really cute. And I think my brother will like it. It's kind of a little nod at his writing. He's a writer. And I think that's really cool. So a little nod to that hobby. He also just generally, like, I feel like always has a journal on him. I'm going to worry about trimming the pages later. Should I attach the cover now or later? Like the little star to the cover? I guess I could do either. Also, I'm wondering if I should... Okay. I'll just do that later. Let's start with the structure of this thing. And this part might take me a second because I have to thread a needle with this thick embroidery thread. And I bought this large eye sewing needle kit And that is not the same as a sewing kit meant for embroidery thread. And that's totally my bad. But this is what we have to work with. So we'll see how it goes. I actually was just over at my friend Sammy's house and we, sorry, I bumped microphone. And we did a little craft. We made a little garland, but we also were trying to thread embroidery thread through a needle like this. And it was really tough. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm gonna have to be gross. Wait, actually, before I do that, let me try just snipping it. I think I did it. Let's go. Okay. I don't really know what I am doing. I just feel like I should say that. Disclaimer before I start this. I think as long as the cover pieces are lined up, I feel pretty good about it. So I'm going to just make sure it's all lined up. And then I'm just going to sew like a little bit here to make like the book binding. How cute. Maybe I'll do a little loop and tie my thread that way. It's been a long time since I did a lot of hand sewing, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But we already knew that, so. Okay. The good thing about this oh wait, I just made it double thickness. I don't know if I want that. We'll see. That's how it is now. Okay. I don't want to see my initial thread, so I'm gonna go from the inside out. That way my little thread is not visible. Ooh, okay. Needle is going through the thread, or the felt. That's really good. Guys, this is gonna work. I like how this is blowing my mind. I was really nervous, like last night, falling asleep. I was like, I really should have tested it. I really should have made sure my thread and my felt work. Let's go! Okay. That's actually already so cute. I haven't even done it yet, and it's already so cute. Okay. Maybe I can leave this in as like a little tassel. Could that be cute? Like it would look like a little bookmark. Could be cute. This music is so good. All right, let's freaking go. Yeah, Angie, sleep is really important. It do be critical. And I last weekend did not sleep well, and it like sent me into a whole week where I feel like I was operating not at my best. My coworkers and I were actually talking about this when we were hanging out. Like the recovery time now at the ages that we are at to recover from like a bad night of sleep or like not sleeping enough in a night, it's really rough now. Like it takes a while. And I feel like I used to just be so chill about those things. Like, oh yeah, I can just sleep for 4 hours tonight. That's fine. But I really shouldn't. Okay, I'm going to try to make this sewing actually look cute. So I'm going to try to be consistent with it. But I don't totally know how. I don't want it to like have gaps in between each pass through, if that makes sense. So I might have to just finesse it because I don't know the proper stitch to use for that. And let's be real, I don't have enough bandwidth right now to learn. So we're just gonna make it up. Ooh, nailed it. That looks good. I guess I can just choose then, after I'm done with this, which, the front or the back, which side looks better. And I'll use that as my front cover. Ooh, it's starting to get a little difficult. I do have a little thimble. Is that what this is? So I can... I think this goes on your thumb, actually. Why does that look so weird? Chill Spice, I am impressed I'm doing this with nails too. I used to be like so not into nails. I don't know. I'm changing, guys. I love having my silly long nails, but it does make doing things so... You just have to like find workarounds to do so many things. And I was actually thinking the other day, like, oh, if I ever wanted to go back to doing ceramics, I don't think I could. Like, I feel like that would be near impossible with the nails that I have right now. Because I would just get so much clay in my nails. Okay. Definitely one side is looking a lot better than the other. Also, let me adjust my camera a little bit. I feel like we're not seeing what's going on. There we go. Ha! Cheetos, I am not tattooing anymore, but I actually do still have all of my tattoo supplies with me. And that's something where I feel like it's time that I decide if I want to pursue it again in the future. Then I can keep that stuff. But if not, what am I doing with all that stuff? I really don't know. My first experience tattooing was my last, and I never found a shop to like apprentice at or anything. And I just kind of walked away from the experience being like, okay, that was cool. And I'm definitely like interested in this as like an artistic medium. And like, I love tattoos. I will always get tattoos. I think they're so fun. But in terms of actually giving tattoos, I'm just like not really sure if I want to do that. Like, if I really am serious about it. And I feel like you kind of have to be pretty serious about it to pursue it. Especially to like find a good teacher. I just feel like you have to be pretty committed to it. And right now I'm just in a phase of life where I just be doing so many different things, having a lot of fun dancing, still trying to make YouTube videos and illustrate and stuff. And so I just feel like I have so much going on that like, would I be able to commit to it? You know? I don't know. But yeah, I think tattoo artists are so cool. And I really respect the craft. Speaking of crafts. Ooh. This is concerning the way I'm sewing right now. I'm just using the force of the table to help me push my needle through. I feel like there's a better way. Hi, Oranges Peel. What's up? Thanks for being here. How's your Saturday going? Okay, this is definitely my prettier side, but I think this last one is not super pretty. I mean, that's okay. But I think this is definitely my cuter side. So I think this will be the front cover. With my little star on it. That'll be cute. Dude, Snacky, I don't know how to use a thimble. Like, do I put it on my thumb? And then... So then I put it through. I think my problem is I like to look at the other side. Okay, and then I... Is this how a thimble works? Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I will use that instead of the table. Thanks for the tip. Like I said, guys, I don't know what I'm doing, so if anyone is a more experienced crafter, look for me. There were highs and lows this year. Something I've been really looking forward to, though, is just the feeling of a fresh start. As corny as it is, I do love like end of year planning and goal setting and all those things, and like taking a step back and reflecting. As corny as it sounds, like it's really not something that we do, or I do very often. So, oh, I forgot about the thimble. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now that I'm getting towards the end, do I do one more? Yeah, I think I should do one more. And then I don't know how I'm going to finish this. Cheetos, imagine a quilt with your art. Dude, that would be lit. I don't know how I would do that, but I actually took a sewing class in high school and we learned how to quilt. And it was really cool. I'm really into that process. But I remember it was like so much measuring and making sure that all your pieces were the correct size. Very precise. Okay, I think I'm going to just go halfway through with this last stitch. Is that what you call it? And then I'm gonna tie it off somehow. I actually don't like that, where that's landing. Okay. Does that seem like a good idea? Jasmine, I always thought thimbles were to prevent you from pinching yourself, but this makes so much more sense. Yeah, they're like, it's like armor for your little thumb. This looks so silly with my with my long ass nails. Okay. I have to tie this off. I'm scared for this part, but I can do it. Okay, here's what I remember from high school sewing class. You can just do some backs and forths, and that'll do a lot to help. Wait, I can kind of use the inside of my nail too as my thimble. Probably shouldn't, but it's a little more comfy than using the thimble. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and forth a couple of times, and then I'm going to tie it off. And then that's a book. It's like not even that advanced, and I'm so proud of myself. Wow. Okay. So cute. Cheetos, what do I watch on YouTube? That's a great question. I actually am currently going through a bit of a YouTube shift. Previously, I was watching a lot of Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez videos. I was into the commentary boys. What have I been watching lately? Lately, honestly, I haven't been watching as much YouTube because I've been very obsessed with my animes. I've been watching Apothecary Diaries. And oh my gosh, I love that show. So that's a lot of what I've been watching. And then I'm so obsessed with it that I'll get done watching an episode and then I'll watch a YouTube recap of it. Like, I just can't get enough. Okay, let me attach this star. I'm feeling kind of lazy. I think I'm going to do this with glue. A bottle of E6000 hates to see me coming. I think I'm going to use that. The other glues I have are Crazy Glue. Which it doesn't even say what materials I can use it on. And then Shoe Glue. Shoe Glue probably doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh, Cheetos. One Piece is so impressive to me that people can do that, because that is like what, 1,000 episodes. But I get it, like that sounds amazing to have an anime that you love that has that many episodes out. Like, that's actually ideal. If they had Apothecary Diaries with 1,000 episodes, oh, sign me up. Okay, hold on, this music's a little loud. Was it loud for anyone else? Okay, let me not do this on top of my felt. Or my desk. Let's be smart. Alright guys, it's time. Let's see if my E6000 is still working. It is. She's alive. Liv, hello. Welcome to stream. Wait, sorry. Let me read this out loud. Hi, can I ask how you got into dancing professionally originally, or even your background in dance? You just started ballet again after a 10-year hiatus and you feel so alive again. Oh my God. Good for you. Ballet of all things too. I'm sure that first class was a doozy. I haven't been to a ballet class in ages. Ooh, this is not sticking. I started dance when I was like pretty much a toddler, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, started as a toddler. So I was just doing whatever, my parents dropped me off and I danced. No, but I started with like ballet, tap, and jazz, and then I started taking it more seriously around middle school. So when I was like 12 or something, I was like, dance is my life. And then, yeah, it became my life. I did competitive dance growing up. It's like competitive studio convention dance. And then in high school, I started doing dance team. Okay, this is gonna be my front side. This is gonna be so cute, guys. And then with the little Pokemon charm to go with it. Oh my God. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, I hope that sticks. Ooh, let's get into it. Let's get a little close up. I feel like I could trim the pages. I think maybe I should trim these pages. They're a little bigger than the cover. But other than that, like, this looks great. I probably should set this down and not bother it while the glue dries, but I can always re-glue it later. I'm impatient. Okay. This time I have the door open so I won't kill myself with E6000, I think. So yeah, in high school I started doing dance teams, which is more like POMs, and like dancing for basketball games and football games. And then I did the same thing in college. So my dance was primarily like dancing at sports events at my school. And I really, really loved it. Dance team was my life in college. I, yeah, spent so much of my time doing dance team stuff. And then I think it was like my senior or junior year of college, I went to a camp for my college dance team, and one of our instructors from the camp was a dancer for the Bulls. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. I like didn't know that was really a thing. And so then I kind of was like, okay, well, I think I want to move to Chicago because I like Chicago. Let me also try out for the Bulls. I had to wait a couple of years because of COVID. They didn't have a team for a couple of years, or they didn't have auditions. But yeah, that's kind of what led me to it. It was just kind of a thing where I went and I auditioned. Okay. It's so cute. I'm glad I did the blue pages instead. I think that's like more fun than if I had just done like the white felt. And then it's gonna go so well with our little mud kit. This guy. Like this plus him, that's gonna be so cute. And I like the different blues we have going on. I think that's a great little color palette. But we're not gonna do the mud kip yet because that's gonna be I think that's gonna be a Shrinky Dink charm. So that's our first charm. Now let's work on I should mention, I don't really know how I'm gonna attach these things. So that is something I have to do off of stream. I don't know how I'm gonna make these into charms actually. But next I'm going to work on the playing card. And I think I might double up this white felt because it's a little thin. Also, wow, the E6000 fumes are already, they're here. Okay, I'm gonna put that over there. Hopefully that helps. My like nose is running a little bit. Death by E6000, what a way to go. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Ordinary Cheese Wizard, that's an amazing name. Oh wait, I just realized we're not listening to Christmas music anymore. Not that we need to, but we're listening to Pokemon music. Let me switch. Oop. Okay, now we're on to Nintendo Christmas music. How fun. Cheetos, I don't know who my favorite Pokemon is. To be honest, I've only played... I'm going to make this about the same size as my journal, but I think a playing card is a little bit of a different shape. So I'm going to have my little reference up. I don't want to make this too small because then making the little details will be really hard. I could also embroider on the little, what do you call it with cards? Like the spade, the diamond, are those the faces of the card? I could sew those little symbols on instead of making them out of felt. I think I want to do diamonds. The suits. Snacky, thank you. The suits. Yeah, that's what I meant. I think I want to do diamonds. Also, just practically, it's gonna be probably the easiest shape for me to make. And I also just I like the idea of having it be red. So I'm going to cut out 2 rectangles. Yeah, 2 rectangles the size of the book-ish that are card shaped. I'm going to sew them together with some embroidery thread because I think that would be cute. And maybe we'll do that trim in red. Like maybe that would be really cute. Okay. That is not straight. Oh well. Okay. That's cute. It's wonky, but it's cute. I really wanted to get, the last time I was at the craft store, I really wanted to get one of those craft mats that have like the grid lines on it. And I feel like for projects like this, it would make it so much easier to like set a piece down and like actually be able to tell if it's square if I had one of those mats. But at the store I was at, they were like $30. I was like, oh, I don't know about all that. But in general, maybe I should get a desk mat. I just kind of use my raw desk setup. But it might be nice to like protect it with all my chaos. Also, let me clean up all of my scraps. Let me do that real quick. Let's be organized. I have a little trash bag next to me, all prepared. Okay, we're gonna make this card. Ooh, I don't have a red thread. Maybe I will just use white then. I don't have black either. The closest I have to red is this, but it's actually like more of like a salmon orange. And my red is so dark. Yeah, those don't match. Bummer. Okay, I'll sew these two pieces together with white thread then, which actually will be way more forgiving. I won't have to be as careful about it. Ooh. I should have asked my mom. She has like a whole binder of embroidery thread that she's just like accumulated over the years. But I came up with this idea right after I left her house. I left my parents and I was like, oh, I should have asked. Because yeah, now I just bought a stinky kit and there's no black or red. That is genuinely crazy. Also, this music got a little crazy, no? Okay. Will my luck continue? Will I be able to thread this needle? Yes. Yes. Okay. Cute. I feel like the double thread was a little aggressive last time. Wow, this is not something to look at too close. I need to work on my hand sewing skills. The back of this is a little rough looking. Anyways, maybe I will just do my little loop-de-loop method. Because that's what I know, and I should stick with what I know. Boom. Yeah, I bought this kit. Why does no one sell like high quality craft materials in kit form? Like, I mean, I know why. They're just trying to like make a quick buck and sell the cheapest things that they can, but this was a bit of an experiment, this project, because I was like, what if I just like order all of these materials online? I don't think I'm gonna ever do that again with craft supplies. I got lucky that like at least the core pieces that I bought for this project are really high quality. But yeah, like the kits are, I don't know, they're just silly. They're not made for real crafters, you know? I feel like they're just made when people want to make friendship bracelets and then forget about it for forever. Okay. These are like done so well. I wonder if I can like look up beginners hand sewing stitches. That took me a really long time to come up with that word. That's embarrassing. I really want to learn how to do the blanket stitch. I think that would look really nice on this. And I think this Pinterest pin is going to tell me exactly how to do it. Okay. I have one image of it. Do you think I can pull it off? Why not? So I'm gonna start this so that my thread is not visible. And we'll start on like one of the longer edges. Oh, it sucks when I find a tutorial for something and then it's made for righties and then I'm confused. Whatever. I'm just gonna go for it. They're going... This is probably not something I should try to learn live on stream. But wouldn't it be cool if I did a nice little blanket stitch? Like, these look so good. Look at that. That looks so nice. Okay. So first step is my yarn is coming out of the thread. Or, yeah. My yarn is coming out of my fabric. Then I put it in the other side. And then it comes back out. Wait, but what if I'm trying to put two pieces together, my guy? Oh, look at this one. So it comes... Oh gosh, I'm doing this all backwards. Ah! Anissa, my pegboard is from IKEA. I got a new one. And I really like it. It's nice and lightweight. The only problem is I can't drill into my wall here. So none of the pieces fit very comfortably because it's command stripped to my wall. Okay, I make loop. I make loop. I put my needle back through loop. And then I go. Okay. Work. I think I did a blanket stitch. And you know what? I don't think my brother will mind if it's not a perfect blanket stitch. Let's go. This is gonna look tight. Okay. Let me try it one more time. Gonna go under the piece closest to me. Okay. That one looks a little weird because I did it on the corner. Oh, my first attempt was so good at this. And now it's not looking so hot. No, we're gonna get this. We're gonna make it work. Tim Gunn, make it work, right? Anyone else watch Project Runway? I don't watch it anymore, but I used to watch it as a kid. I don't know what I just did. This looks whack. You actually can't really tell because of the white, but trust and believe that I did something really weird and it looks weird. I don't know. Okay, let me try again. Let me try again. I believe. Okay, I'm also going to not double up my thread this time, because that's another thing that I'm doing different than this little tutorial image that I'm looking at, so... It's all the trial and error, guys. It's all a part of the process. That one stitch, though, was really cute. The one that I did correctly. we're undoing. Okay. Wow, that made like huge holes in my felt. Alright, so now since I'm not going to double up my thread, I need to make a little knot at the end so that it doesn't go through. The corners are going to be the hardest. Okay, that's good to know, Ordinary Cheese Wizard. I won't start with the corners this time. I meant to go the other direction, but it just didn't happen that way. Okay. Gonna tie it 3 times because this felt is pretty cheap. So I could see it just going all the way through. Okay. Do I go through the effort to screenshot this tutorial and make it lefty, or do I just follow it? I think I just follow it exactly how they're doing it. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna do this, I believe. And then maybe I'll just kind of make up something for the corners. What could go wrong? Okay. So I thread it. It comes out here. I thread through the back to the front. And this is my little loop. I think my thread is way too long. This is my little loop. Then I send my needle back through the loop. It doesn't really look right. What did I do wrong? Or maybe I just need to keep going and it'll look better. I'm not too sure about this. It's okay. This is how we learn, right? We live and we learn. And if my brother's felt charm is a little wacky, I think he'll be okay. Okay, that second stitch kind of looks correct. First one, something's up with it for sure. But maybe it just looks weird when you start it. Okay, I got my loop. I go back out my loop. Okay, that one looks really good. My second one there. The first one does not. But that's okay. Yay! I learned a new thing today. What a joy. Oh. Yeah, my thread is definitely like way too long for this, but it's okay. It'll just add to the challenge. Yay! We did it! I love learning. What's like a new craft that you guys want to learn? Or like a new skill? I was talking earlier, I really do want to learn how to sew. But there's just so many things in this life that we could learn. It's hard to pick sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, girl, you should chill. You already have enough hobbies. But variety is the spice of life, baby. Makes it fun. It looks so handmade. Ooh, snacky. You want to do stained glass? That sounds really, really cool. I wonder what you would make, like, because obviously you could make like a window, but I wonder what else you could make with that. Like little or like smaller pieces. I imagine you could make some really cool stuff. Stained glass is so pretty. I think I've seen some little videos of them making it. They put like... I forget what it's called. I feel like it looked like they were putting like aluminum foil in between the pieces and then they light it on a fire or something like that. Would you have to wear like a welding mask for that? I wonder. And I think with stained glass, it's a thing where if it breaks a little, like the whole piece kind of like shatters. So it looks like it takes a lot of precision. Ooh. Why is it being weird? Ooh. Okay. Not at the stage yet where I totally know how this this is gonna work with the corner. I thought by now I would get it more. It looks handmade, for sure. Hamika, ooh, you want to switch to crocheting? Or you did switch to crocheting. Knitting and crocheting are so different. I started with knitting as well, and then I moved to crochet. They're very different, in my opinion. Ooh, Jasmine, you want to start playing the piano. Dude, I think it's really nice to have a mix between like crafts where, you know, you do your little craft and then you end up with like a finished piece. But like performing arts and like dance and theater and all of those things, there's something so nice to it. It's a nice little balance. So you're not always like, I don't know, focused on something where you can kind of like fiddle with things for forever. That's part of why I like dance so much. It's also why I like streaming so much. Like you show up and you do it live. And like you do a lot of practice obviously, but yeah, I really like dance for that reason personally. That sounds really fun. I used to play the piano for like, I don't know, 3 years when I was a kid. I tried it recently. I don't have it anymore. I don't have that skill. I lost it. I don't have the like hand dexterity for it anymore. I don't know if that's what you mean by bilateral coordination, but if that's what you mean, I don't have that. Or maybe that means like trying to move both sides of your body bilateral. I guess that would be a good thing to work on, so you're not coordinated with just only one hand. Okay, there's something about when I do these first stitches that looks really bad, but I'm gonna just keep going and my brother's gonna love it. I am also getting them like little pieces of other things in their gifts, so I won't feel so bad if this doesn't turn out amazing. It's the thought that counts, right? I actually think my Shrinky Dink charms will turn out pretty good though, because that's just I'm drawing on some paper and shrinking them. I think that'll be really fun. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And then hopefully I can finish these this weekend or early next week and then start working on a little YouTube video. I think it would be really fun to start making more like DIY crafty videos. So I think I'm gonna make this into a video and then we'll see where the new year takes me in terms of videos. I'm kind of in a stage where I'm just always trying to be actively working on a video, but I don't really have like a posting schedule right now, which definitely has pros and cons. It's a pro for me in my personal life because if I get really busy with other stuff, like I don't have to worry about getting a video out. But I definitely think that YouTube is not gonna be like, ooh, pushing my stuff, I guess. You know, like I won't be favored in the algorithm as much. Having a consistent posting schedule is something that I was really into when I first started YouTube. I posted every 2 weeks. Oh no, my needle. Oh no. Get back on there. I think I need to go blow my nose. Am I sounding stuffy to anybody? I'm feeling stuffy. There we go. There we go. You guys like when my Wisconsin accent comes out? There we go. My neighbor is currently banging in his kitchen. What does he do every day? I don't get it. Oh, I have a next door neighbor who does some sort of food preparation by pounding, via pounding. And it just sounds like he's hammering in his kitchen for probably like 5 to 10 minutes every day around lunchtime. And this is kind of it's kind of embarrassing to admit. At one time I got kind of mad. And that's my fault. I shouldn't have gotten mad. I didn't even say a word to Meg. I just walked out of the apartment, knocked on our next door neighbor's door, sat there for a minute, and I was just gonna be like, hey, I don't know what you do every day around noon, but like it's really loud. And it's probably for the best that I didn't actually get to have that conversation, because like I feel like when you do that, like what? Are they really gonna listen to you? But instead he answered the door and was like, I'm in the middle of something. And I was like, okay, why'd you answer your door then? It was really weird. He just kind of like yelled at me for knocking on his door. And all I had said at that point was like, hi, I'm Gabby. I'm your next door neighbor. Is now like, can I have a quick minute or something like that? Like, can I talk to you really quick? And he was not having it. So now I just live with his noise. Backward Snappy, hello. Welcome to stream. Thanks for being here. What's up? What's happening on your Saturday morning or whatever time it is where you are? I hope you're doing well. Okay. Hamika, in my gifts, if that's what you mean, I already gave them part of their gifts. I got them some of my favorite like food items from the Philippines. So there's this chili garlic oil that I'm obsessed with that Mig's mom put me on. And when I went to the Philippines, I bought a bunch for my family. So that's part of their gift. I think I'm gonna give one of my brothers has a bathroom where he puts a bunch of stickers all over the cabinets. That's like the vibe. It's really cute. So I think I'm gonna give him some stickers from my shop, some of the new designs. And then my other brother wanted a calendar. So I'm like, should I just give that to him as his gift? We'll see. It feels like that would be easy, but I don't know. Is that a cop-out? But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. My family, we don't really do like huge gifts anymore, but I feel like my go-to is always just like a handmade thing, because now that everyone is an adult, like it's either like give them cash to do whatever they want with, or make them a little something, or like give them food you really like or tea that they would like. You know, I just feel like gift giving is can be a little harder as an adult. So that's what I'm doing this year. And I'm actually not going to see my family on Christmas Day, so I'll probably give it to them a little after. But that's okay. It's the thought that counts, right? I think I've been like not doing this stitch correctly in a lot of places. But this will be a cute little playing card. Okay, I'm gonna like lock in and let's finish this. Let's finish this playing card. And then I'm really excited to do the shrinky dinks. But I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow, like I said. But I'll feel really good if I get like 2 of these done. Cute. Do you guys have any cute Christmas gifts or holiday gifts that you guys are making or that you feel are really creative and fun? I love hearing what other people do because then I'm like, ooh, ideas for next year. So I feel like I'm not really a good gift giver. I try my best, but I have some friends that like their love language is gift giving, and I'm always like, dang, you'd be really good at this. And I think that's my problem. I'm not really huge into receiving gifts, so coming up with gifts to give people sometimes can be difficult for me. So I'm like, I don't know. What do they want? I think I'm getting better at this little stitch. Hamika, I'm always hesitant in gifting handmade stuff because some people don't really value / care at all. So I only do it with other crafty folks. That's a really good point. I think that's why I only really do it for my family. Because I definitely have done the thing before where I like spend a bunch of time making something for someone. And then I'm like, oh wait, that's not even their vibe. It's always gotta be like a matchup with the vibe, you know? That's a really good point though. Don't spend all your time and energy crafting something. People aren't into that. Snappy, your love language is gift giving. Share the secrets. And quality time, yes. Dude, I'm a quality time person for sure. But it's never expected but always cherished when it happens mutually. I might sculpt, ooh, your sibling's character. That's really fun, but you're giving everyone books. Love that. Books are a great gift. A lot of times my siblings ask for games, like card games, board games. They're into gaming. Not to brag, but this little pass looks great. Like, wow. I'm learning. I'm living, I'm learning, and I'm growing. Liv, you're making sock monkeys for your nephew and friends' kids. Wait, that's so cute. That's such a good idea. I feel like kids are a perfect culprit for making silly little things like that. A sock monkey sounds really lit. Is that like the official sock monkey? You know? Or like, can you make a sock monkey that looks like any monkey? I think Chicago has a sock monkey museum. Like, I've seen billboards for it here, but I've shockingly never been. So I'm not educated on sock monkeys. Okay. Now I have to do my last corner. I really should just look up how to do these corners. Oh no. My thread's all messed up. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, there. Oh no, things got weird. Whatever. Liv, last year I sculpted a Korok for my dad out of clay and painted it. That's so cute. Does your dad like Zelda? That sounds... That's such a cool hobby for a dad. Or maybe he just thinks Koroks are cute, which they absolutely are. I forget about Koroks all the time. I think I might want to replay Breath of the Wild. Has anyone done that? Like a full replay? That's such a good game. That's like my first Zelda game, and I haven't really expanded beyond that. But my friend Anissa, who was actually in this chat earlier, she was saying, or she played the Link's Awakening, the one that you can play as Zelda, and I watched her play that. That one looks really cute. Oh my gosh, Shamika, that's such a good point. I did that for Mig recently. I don't remember. Oh, it was for his birthday gift. For like months leading up to his birthday, I just wrote down any time that he was like, I want that thing. I wrote it down, and that was so helpful. But I don't do that for Christmas. Honestly though, like with my siblings at this point, like if I really needed to know what they wanted for Christmas, I'd just be like, yo, what should I get you? And they could just send me a link, and that's fine. But I do like the handmade aspect because I like making them something that feels personal. That's why I really like this idea, because then I can just make a bunch of little charms of things that they like. They can put it on a bag or their keychain or just hang it somewhere in their house. Like just a cute little thing. Doesn't take up too much space either, which is good. I like how I've just been sewing together 2 white rectangles. I swear, I'm almost done. And then things are gonna start happening and it's gonna get real crazy. Just you wait. Wait, hey, Anissa. Link to the Past. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. I love watching you play that. It definitely looked like it took a lot of brain power though. A lot of puzzling. But I do really like that aspect of Zelda games. I'm like I would say like a reformed simmer. Like I used to only play The Sims, plus like my little silly Game Boy and DS games. But I was really into like the life sim genre, and now that I am an adult and expanding my horizons, I've really been enjoying like figuring out like what other aspects of video games do I like doing, or do I like playing. Because like I'll always like playing life sim games, but they can get a little boring, and like you really have to be like invested in your game, otherwise it's kind of like, well, what's the point of this? Yeah, I really like puzzling. My current favorite game right now is Spiritfarer, and I think I've talked about it before, like multiple times actually. I'm always talking about this game because it's so fun, but that one is like very story based, and just really beautifully written, which is not something that I thought I cared about too much in games. But after playing this game, I'm like, wait, it makes such a big difference. Like I am hooked into the story. I am emotionally invested in these characters. So now I'm like, ooh, I want to like look for more story-based games. I've heard that the Persona 5 games are really good. Has anyone here played those? So I'm like, ooh, that could be kind of fun. I'm trying to fix like my mess up somehow. I don't know how. I'm just trying to make it. Oh, I think that fixed it a little bit. And then how am I gonna tie this off? I don't really know. I should have like done it on the inside, but now it's all closed. Mary Bunny, yeah. I have cried at Spiritfarer many times. It is like Low-key a heartbreaking game. It's bittersweet, is what I would say. It made me cry probably 3 times so far. There is a way to do it. Look up a tutorial. Yeah, you're probably right, Misty Moon. I could look up a tutorial, but I also could just do it live. No, let me do it proper. I'll at least look up a tutorial how to hide. I'm not even gonna read out loud when I'm typing because I don't think it makes any sense. How to hide end of thread hand sewing. How to end a stitch. I'm watching. I'm learning. This is complicated. A lot of tying. Oh, and they just, okay. You know, I really should have learned how to do some proper sewing technique before I started this project. But I think either way, my brother's gonna love it. It looks a little complicated for me to try to learn it live. So I'm just gonna finish this off in a way that seems good enough. And we're gonna call it there. How about that? Gonna be creative with it. Dude, this music is lit. Okay, there's a way to specifically end a blanket stitch. That's good to know. That would be what I should be doing currently. But honestly, I've already fumbled the blanket stitch so many times that I think it'll just look fine. However, it's not gonna impact the quality that much because there isn't much to begin with. Ooh, you guys are talking about Twilight Princess. I really do want to play those older Zelda games like Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess. But I don't know how I would play them. I know I can play Skyward Sword on my Switch. Like they re-released it. But I don't know how I would play some of those other ones. And like, do I really want to play them? Do I have enough time to even play them? I'm only like 40% of the way through Spiritfarer, and I think I've been playing it for like 3 or 4 months. That's how little I game nowadays. An absolute shame. Okay. I'm going to do one more little loopy in here. In this little corner, this fugly little corner. Tie it off and call it good. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, my needle is over it. I get it. Tie a little loopy. It's funny. In high school, I probably would have been able to do all of this. I actually knew proper sewing techniques. Now I don't. But wow. It's my card. It's a plain white rectangle. But I like how it feels. It feels more substantial than just like one piece of felt. Okay. Now I have to make a little heart. Or no, a diamond. I'm doing diamonds as the face. I relearned that term today. It's called a face. I think I want to make it kind of large and in charge. And I don't know if I want to do how I want to do the like little pieces in the corners. Like Maybe I glue on those pieces, these little like smaller pieces, and then I'll sew on, or actually maybe I'll glue on all these pieces, because if I sew it on, I don't have red thread to sew on this red color. So I guess we'll just do that. Easy. And you guys know, I love E6000. Okay. So now I just need to make 3 diamonds. Some that are larger than others. What does a diamond look like? In my head, I'm like, this should be so easy to cut out, but I think it needs to be a little skinnier. Wait a dilly darn minute. How does this work? I feel like I did this in a silly way. How to make diamond. That's a square. That's a square. Okay, I gotta make it skinnier. I think that's my problem. Oh my gosh, yeah, the music is getting really silly. But you know, I love listening to my little game music. This is what I listen to while I work my day job. I'll be like writing a report or whatever, and this is playing in the background. I'm like infamous in the office for listening to Animal Crossing music. So childish. Now it's not. Now it's not even. You okay, I'll get there. You definitely get what I'm going for, but it's not it yet. That's looking more diamond. Ayo. Diamond check. Liv, I feel you. I'm a weenie with games too. I used to play a lot of games and my brothers would like watch, because we just had one PlayStation growing up, or like one Wii, and I would always just hand over the remote when it got too hard, when it got to a level that I couldn't finish. Like, I need help. Okay, so I think I just am going to make 2 smaller versions of that diamond, and then we're golden. We're good to go, baby. Oh yeah. Wait, Hamika, I feel like I've heard of that game, Drawn to Life, but I don't totally remember what it looks like, or like what the vibe is. Is that the one where, I could be totally wrong, where like the whole like world starts black and white and then you kind of color it as you go? Or that could totally be wrong. Okay, this is a good shape, but it's a little too close in size to my other diamond. Or should I not have the large diamond at all? Like, is that necessary? What does the actual card look like? Let's look that up. Should I make an ace? An ace of diamonds? Oh, an actual card has like so many diamonds on it. Except for the ace. The ace has just one in the middle. So maybe I should make it smaller. Hi Fanta! We are making little bag charms. So these are going to be my little DIY Christmas gifts, and I'm going to attach these little felt charms that I'm making to little bag clips. And then I also have these cute little shrinky dink charms. These are just like little sample testers that I made, but I'm gonna also add that to the charm, and I have some beads and some chains as well. So I'm gonna just like make a cute little charm. I'm making them for my siblings and my parents. And right now we are working on the ones for my siblings. So currently we have this really cute little journal one. I love it. It's also kind of functional. Like I could put little things in here. And then I also am making a card, but I am currently struggling a little bit to make these teeny tiny little details to make it obvious what this is. So I think I need to make everything a little smaller. Let me look at my references. Yeah, I think I just need to make everything a little smaller. Okay. Hopefully I don't ruin what I had going. I had a good thing going. I feel like a lot of times when I make these sorts of things, like I'm just doing it for me. Like, will my family be excited to receive these? Probably, but I'm like, I just want to do this. This sounds fun. And I guess it's the best of both worlds. Hopefully they enjoy it and I enjoy it. And then it's just all joy. Is that what it's been about this whole time? Okay, that looks cute. It's my big diamond. I think my small diamonds need to be a little smaller, because I made this whole charm a little small. I still can't believe I don't have red thread. It's a big bummer. Okay, maybe it'll make more sense once I have a third diamond. Okay, Hamika, I was totally thinking of a different game then. It's a cute platformer where you draw, where you sometimes need to pixel draw. Wait, I want to look this up. Drawn to life. Game. Wait, why is there a oh wait, I've never seen this before. That's so cute. It was a DS game, and I'm guessing they have like newer versions of it. Look at this. This is so cute. I love the colors. So it's like a platformer, and then it looks like every once in a while you draw stuff. Wait, that's so cute. Should I turn this into a gaming channel? Is that what we should do here? A crafting and gaming channel? Maybe. Could be fun. I'd be down. The only problem with that though is like gaming is the one thing that I've never monetized or like made into a serious thing. Not that YouTube has to be serious, but I do like just play video games laying down on my couch. Okay. This music is really intense. Okay. What is this? It's from Fall Guys. We're listening to Fall Guys music. Am I gonna get copyrighted? Can I do that? Hold on. Let me look up Animal Crossing Christmas music, because this is getting a little crazy. Relaxing Animal Crossing music for snowy days. Let's try that instead. Okay. Sorry, I was getting a little overstimulated. Eeky. For some reason, this isn't looking quite right compared to my reference image, but I think it's obvious what it is, no? It's a card. It's a card, pick any card. And then what am I gonna do on the other side? I didn't even think about that. What do cards look like? Maybe I'll just make it the face card on both sides. Because that sounds like kind of hard to make the little design. Or maybe I could... No, I don't have embroidery thread the right color. Could put a smaller rectangular bat. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Snappy. Like, what if I just cut out a little rectangle that's about the right size, and maybe I stitch... Oh, I should have stitched that on first before I turn this into like a double layer thing. Let me just try cutting like a rectangular piece and throwing it back there. Throw it back and see what it looks like. Okay, not like that. I cut it to size. I feel like it'll just look kind of plain. But I guess what I could do is I could stitch... Here's what I could do. If I'm really committed to this, I could stitch onto this. I could stitch some sort of design onto this with my white thread. And that could be kind of cute. A red duck is also a cute idea, Snappy, but honestly, I don't think I'm that skilled with felt. I don't know if that would turn out. But yeah, we'll do some sort of something with a red something. Okay. Add that to the list of things to make. Cute. Okay, I think this I'm happy enough with. So I'm gonna just perfect these and then we'll sew them on, or glue them on. We're not sewing these on. They're too small. Also, hi, Allie. Thanks for joining. I'm glad you were able to. I feel like the live streams are always so hit and miss. Like with my favorite streamers, it's always so hit or miss if I can watch them. But I love watching replays too. So that's what I always do if I can't make it to streams. But I'm glad you're able to join. How's it going? How's your Saturday? Is anyone else not prepared for the holiday season? Like me? My boyfriend the other day was like, hey, what are we gonna do for like gifts for my family? And I went, oh, I totally forgot. I totally forgot that's a thing that I do. Oh. Allie, wait, I am so glad to hear that. I remember packing your order with the 6 calendars, and I was so embarrassed because I had to like reuse old packing materials, and I was trying to still make it look cute, but I was like, ultimately I just care that these things make it to you. So I'm so glad they did. Heck yeah. Loch Ness Monster Girl, he should do it. No, that's true. That is true. I think whatever we get them will be pretty low effort. It's not gonna be like this. It's not gonna be like this. But yeah, he needs to let me know what the plan is. I'm not really sure. That's not my, what is it called? My realm. Okay. It's time for glue. Let's go. Okay, actually, before I start this, let's clean up a bit. Let's tidy up. Cute. Okay. Wait, this is turning out really cute. If you don't look at my stitching, which you can't really see, you can kind of see some areas where it's like really messed up, but you kind of can't tell. This is gonna be cute. Okay. I'm such a perfectionist. I can't be stopped. Okay. Now I'm gonna glue it on. Oh my gosh, Allie, I'm so glad. Yeah, I hope they all enjoy. It makes me so happy that people are like buying these as gifts for people. I think that's so cute. And yeah, hopefully they love it. Oh no, my glue's not opening. Sorry, I'm like sniffling. I'm kind of constantly in a state of sniffling this winter. And the E6000 is probably not helping. I feel like I need to put a good amount of this stuff on. These little tiny pieces. Hold on. I feel like my camera's not facing the right way. Ooh, sorry. Whoa. Whoa. That's a little better. Dude, Snappy, yeah, I need hot glue. That's really what I should start using instead of E6000. I actually was just over at my friend's house, and when we were doing our little craft, we were using hot glue, and we were all talking about how, like, dang, hot glue is like kind of low-key the best. Like, it doesn't smell. You can glue anything. Anything's possible. That's a really good point. I really should invest. That and a sewing machine. My boss was actually just talking about, like, he got a sewing machine basically for free because someone bought it and then, like, didn't know how to actually use it. So they wanted to get rid of it. So I'm like, maybe I should just start scouting Facebook Marketplace for like a lightly used sewing machine. So I do know the basics of how to use a sewing machine. Like, I'm familiar with them because my mom has one, but I've never owned one myself. Does the stuff you're using need good ventilation? Yes, it does, Snappy. Yes, it does. That's my problem. I was saying earlier that last time I used my E6000, I totally closed the door and, like, it was actually really bad. I could feel it in my respiratory system for like a day or two. So this time the door is open and I'm trying to just not use as much. But the last time I used it, it was like for 3 to 4 hours straight with the door closed. And that was actually really bad. Like, really, really bad. I should not have done that, but YOLO. Sometimes we do crazy stuff for our crafts, you know? No, we shouldn't do that. It's not cool. It's not cute, cool, or fun to inhale too much E6000 fume. I think I'm just so used to it, though, because, like, I used to use this stuff to rhinestone my costumes in college. And so, like, I just got really used to the smell and stuff. Hamika, I have tried using polymer clay before, and I actually have it right next to me. It's in my little craft supplies. I found it very tedious. I also have only tried it in my old apartment, which was very dusty and crusty and just had a lot of like particles floating around in the air. So maybe that's why I felt like it was so tedious. It was just really hard for me to keep my piece clean. And I did not use UV resin. I used like an air dry resin. It probably wasn't resin. And it didn't really work super great. Actually, this is a guy that I made, or here, I can show it on my good camera. I made him with polymer clay. It's all right. This was an incense holder. That's why he's got a little hole in the back of him. It's definitely all right. But I don't know. I felt like restricted by the material almost. I could definitely see how it'd be fun. I think I would need some more tools. because I tried to make all of this pretty much with my bare hands. Classic for me, like being unprepared to do something. But I had a lot of fun with it, and I do have all of the rest of that clay. So maybe it would be fun to do a little craft with polymer clay sometime. Make a little duck with a beret. That could be really cute. Okay, this is the front of the card. It's super cutie. I was gonna make it an ace, but I think it's fine to not have the number on it. You still get what it is. And then on the back, I think I like the idea of trying to like embroider something onto this red piece, and then I'll either sew the red piece on or maybe just glue it. We'll see. Oop, let me move my glue out of the way and let's figure out how to embroider something on this. I don't totally know what I mean by that or what it would look like. But yeah, let's see if like the people of Pinterest have done this. I'm gonna just look up playing card felt, and let's see. Okay, nope, not seeing what I had in mind. Whoa, these are really cool though. Look at that. I don't even know what this is. Looks like a ceramics little tray. That's really cool. But what about the back side of the cards, y'all? I kind of wanted to make it look like a classic playing card. You know, like just the generic ones. No one's showing the back of these. Okay. Hey, get out of here. Okay, let me try. Just Googling playing cards. Okay, guys, I know what the front of the cards look like, but what about the backs? Me getting mad at Google for not understanding what I mean. Okay, these are really intricate. Marie Bunny, yeah, I'm going to stop inhaling E6000, and I don't condone other people inhaling it. It's no bueno. Okay. I think I'm just gonna like put some thread on my needle and just see what happens. I love being overconfident in areas that I have no expertise in. So let's go. We're just gonna embroider a cute little something on it. We're just gonna do it. It'll be fine. It'll be easy. Ooh, Snacky Lane, that's a really good question. Do I have a white paint marker? And the answer is unfortunately no. If I do, it's like a really runny kind of paint, but I actually don't think I have that marker anymore. Yeah, I don't even have like puffy paint of any kind. That would have been perfect. No, it's okay. We'll make something interesting happen. I could also just embroider something dumb on it. But for starters, we'll just do like a little border. This is my first time trying to embroider a design onto fabric, and I'm doing it live. What could go wrong? Well, first I have to thread my needle. Okay, work. No, it's not working. Ugh, Snacky, I know it's 2025 and puffy paint is not in vogue, but I still use it. My friend, when I was Shark Boy for Halloween, my friend was Lava Girl, and she just thrifted a bunch of pink clothes, and then we puffy painted a bunch of orange onto her, like while she was wearing her costume. It was silly, but it worked really well. There's just certain things that like puffy paint it just hits different. They don't make it like puffy paint makes it. But I just found some puffy paint on my wall from like her, must have been like her leg or something, brushing against it when her puffy paint was still wet. I was like, oh, cute, a little reminder. Oh my gosh, it still smells like E6000. I don't even think I can open my windows in here. That's kind of messed up. Okay. It's fine. We power through. All right, here's what I'm thinking. I think I want a little rectangular border around the edges of this. So I'm gonna just make a little border. And then I'll do something in the middle. I don't know what the middle is gonna be. Maybe a star. Maybe that could be cute. I'm gonna try to get like up close and personal and actually try to keep my craft in frame here. The way I'm doing this would probably stress people out that actually do embroidery. I feel like there's a little bit more technique behind it than this, but ooh, I could also do a bike for like the bicycle cards. That's true. I forget that that's like the main, it's like this generic brand. I could do that. Or I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just make my silly little star that I put on everything because it's kind of forgiving shape. And clearly I'm not a master embroiderer. I don't know. I don't know if this will even resemble what I'm meaning for it to resemble, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm so excited. Our friends just got a puppy, a little puppy pit bull, and I think I get to meet her on Sunday. So tomorrow. What a treat, what a dream. A little puppy pit bull. I hope that she loves me. I feel like that's the great thing about dogs. Like, I love cats, but when you go over to someone's house with a cat, that cat's not going to love you right away. It takes time. You have to earn it. Mayu, that's a great point. Thank you. In the end, as long as it looks right, who cares about technique, right? Dude, that's so true. Pitbull puppies don't know how to not love you. That's just like what they're wired to do. My brother has a pit mix, and she is like the most affectionate dog ever. She loves people. She also loves food. They're very food motivated. At least the ones I've met. Yeah, I'm so excited to meet her. I love like learning little puppies' personalities. Like they're all so different. But then they all fundamentally just like love humans. and hanging out. But she's like small. She's like this big maybe. Actually, I don't know. I just made that up. But from the pictures, she looks really small. So I'm really excited. Hamika, do I want a dog or a cat? I would definitely get either, but I think at this stage of my life, I'm too, not irresponsible, too selfish to get a dog. I like to like leave the house all day, and I like the simplicity of like not having a pet to worry about, and so I know that I'm like not ready for a pet. I think it would be way more realistic for me to get a cat. But before we think about getting any animals, honestly, my boyfriend needs to go to the allergist. He's really allergic to all animals. And just in general, he has kind of bad allergies. So I'm like, we should probably just like get that checked out. Get the shots or whatever. But yeah, obviously that's like a whole process. And I wouldn't want to, I don't know. I feel like I would take pet ownership very seriously, and I wouldn't want to get one until I'm absolutely ready, absolutely sure that I could like give them a proper home. But I was actually thinking about that last night. I was like, maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's, for me, something where like I might always think about like, oh, I could get one, but like it would be inconvenient. So maybe it's like a thing where at some point you just have to like bite the bullet and get one. Chell Spice, your mom has pit bulls. Yeah, they love to cuddle. Ugh. I love it. Yeah, I would love to get a pit bull, but they're big dogs. But I feel like in general, most of the pit bulls I know, like they're pretty lazy. Like they don't need to get really long walks every day, which I feel like would make a big difference in terms of like the time commitment. One of my other friends just got a pit mix, but she's like a pit bull border collie mix, I believe. And that dog goes on like 3-mile walks every day, which is kind of a lot. Okay. I believe that that's the back of a card. And if I believe it, that's all that matters. Oh my gosh, welcome back. You got coffee? I have this coffee and look how sad it is. It's just watery soy milk. I had like a little bit of cold brew left in my fridge. And I should have just drank a smaller cup, you know, use what I had. But instead I was like, let me just like turn it into like a latte. So now it's like cold brew with a lot of soy milk. Your cat is named Pip. Snappy, that's such a cute name. She is 7. It took many years for her and myself to mature and coexist together. Yeah. I feel like that's like kind of a beautiful thing though. Like getting a pet kind of forces you to mature a little bit. And last night I was like, maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need the responsibility of a cat or a pet to help me get my shit together. Okay, guys, we're doing the star. We're gonna make kind of similar to what I put on the journal. We're gonna embroider that into this to the best of our ability, okay? But I have faith that I can do this part for some reason. One thing I don't get with embroidery is how you make it look continuous, if that makes sense. Like how to not have little gaps in between things. It's okay though. I don't need to know everything. I don't need to ask those questions right now. Bye, Marie. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy pizza. That sounds amazing. That sounds really, really yummy. Enjoy. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for being here. We'll catch you later. You guys see the vision? I don't know if I do, but we're gonna keep going. The day you adopted her, she responded to Pip Pip, so that's how you named her. Oh, that's so cute. Pip Pip. I was just watching a random video talking about, earlier we were talking about like the YouTube shorts, just like feeding you random videos when you log onto the app. I got sucked into that and I was watching this lady who trains ravens. I was watching the raven respond and talk back to her, and I was like, wait, that's actually pretty cool. Wouldn't that be cool if cats and dogs could be verbal? That'd be crazy. I feel like cats, if they were verbal, would be so sassy. So maybe it's for the best that they can't. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a star. A star, a star. What is that Christmas carol? A star, a star. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ooh, I think I kind of just messed up. That's okay. Yeah, okay, Angie, you've seen these videos too. Ravens are apparently like super smart. And one thing this lady said was like, don't piss off a raven because they remember you. They remember faces. So like if you're mean to a raven, they will hate you. And I don't want to be on a bird's bad side, okay? Birds are savages. Not that a raven could like seriously harm you, but I feel like they could make your life pretty miserable every time you walk outside. And they'll tell their friends, yes, okay, Hamika, maybe we've like seen the same raven content. That's what she was saying. And I was like, that's wild. They'll rally their raven friends against you. Okay, I think I just make it a wonky star. And I think I just finish it off like that. It's a star. Yeah. What if my brother gets this and is like, I hate it because I don't know what that is? I think that's cute. It's a cute little back to a card. The Raven Mafia. Yeah, seriously, they're going to start coming for you. And city birds, especially, I would never want to be under attack by city birds. They got a little something evil going on for sure. Not actually. I don't think they're evil, but like, I just feel like they're kind of savages here. Okay. We're just going to tie this off and it'll be beautiful. My brother's going to be like, wow, Gabby, thank you so much for this handmade gift. And I'm going to say, you're welcome, brother. I had a lot of fun making it. I've seen it where people teach crows or ravens to find money. That's crazy. So maybe that could be my new job. Hey, Raven, go find me money. Oh my gosh, I love this song. What is this? This 6 p.m. or something? In Animal Crossing? No, it's 5 p.m. Snappy, you're welcome for the trivia. I love sharing fun facts. This is the bright side of social media being what it is and telling you a bunch of stuff you never thought to ask. Sometimes it's interesting. I think I'm just gonna cut it off like that. It'll be fine probably. Boop. How freaking cute. If you squint your eyes really hard, you're like, wow, that's a card. I've definitely seen that kind of card before. And then when you look close, you're like, what is that? And it's a wonky star. Okay, last time using our E6000 for the day, and then I'm gonna give my lungs a break. One more time for good time. Okay, but these are like really cute. I'm really happy with these. Liv picked up Animal Crossing again because of the new update, but I realized I just don't care anymore. Sad. Snappy, I've been missing Animal Crossing so bad lately. I don't have it in me to mod my DS to play the old stuff. So you're gonna deal with New Horizons. Need my fix. Dude, I feel like so many people are like I feel like collectively, most people are not, they're like, people are ready for a new Animal Crossing game. I actually went through a very similar thing, Liv. I was like, okay, it's time for me to start playing New Horizons again because they came out with they're coming out with this update and like it's gonna be huge. And so let me get my island all together. And then I was like, oh, I just would rather play Spiritfarer. I don't know what it was for me. I think part of it for me is like I've restarted my island multiple times. And so the thought of trying to collect everything again is a little daunting. But also I do like the fresh start of a new island. So I feel like overall I've played the game more because I've reset my island so many times. I think I've done it like 3 or 4 times. But I also currently don't care about it. Like, it's just not my game right now. And it's kind of sad. I feel you. It's kind of sad. I was really hoping that the update would come out with maybe more like mini games, because I know that was a thing in previous games, or maybe more just like variety in what you do every day when you log onto the game. But I feel like it really is just a decorating game, and it's not really about those other game elements, which can be really fun. And in the past, I have gotten obsessed with the decorating. One time I made like a whole, like, I don't even know what my inspo was. It was like a European like city with a bunch of like bridges and rivers, and everything was like planned out to a T. But that was during the pandemic when I just had a lot of time to play games. But now when I log onto Animal Crossing, I feel like I could play for 3 hours and I accomplish not much, which is totally fine. But I find myself getting bored. The last time I tried to play, I came to that conclusion too. So it's kind of sad. Ooh, Snappy, what do you think the niche of the next game will be? New Horizons was crafting and control. I don't know, because they seem so obsessed with decorating currently. But I think it would be really fun to have a game. I think I'm like so obsessed with Spiritfarer right now. That's all I can think of. I think it would be really, really fun to have one that's more of like, not like task oriented, but I guess like story based, where like instead of like, hey, you gotta like decorate your island to make it look cute for this guy, like what if there was more of like a, you have to do these things to, I don't know, journey to a place, like unlock new places and adventure. Maybe more of an adventure based game would be fun. Not that they've ever really done that before to my knowledge, but I've just heard that like OG Animal Crossing fans, like there were so many other aspects of the games beyond crafting and decorating that they liked. And I would like to experience that. Like, hello, what about me? No, but I would love to hear you guys' theories on that, because I'd be really interested if they did another designy game. T. Flynn, oh my gosh, you're actually catching alive. Whoa, that's crazy. And you're crafting Christmas ornaments too? Dude, that's crazy. I could actually turn these into ornaments. I think I like this side of the card better. This side is funny, but this side is better. Oh my god. We made stuff. Which ones go with these? This little gem goes with this one. This little guy goes with that one. I feel like I'm at a good stopping point. And I think I also need to breathe because this room has gotten full of E6000. So I don't know if I want to start on another one. What were the other ideas I had? An orchid for my mom. I feel like that one would be pretty easy to do. So we could do one more. Let me at least get the shapes cut out. I might not assemble it because I think that there would be more embroidery to be done, and honestly I'm getting sick of the embroidery. But let me at least like cut out the pieces and we'll look at it. But yay, we finished these two. Love it. What are you making your ornaments out of, T. Flynn? Okay, Snappy, you're saying in terms of Animal Crossing ideas. An example, Roscoe's birthday is coming up. Help the other villagers with gifts or something. Travel to another island and share your island's flowers or fruit with a friend. Wow, I can't speak. Flowers or fruit with a friend. Haha, I don't know. Earn bells / friendship. Yeah, I just feel like there needs to be like more tasks to do, like to go out in the world beyond just collecting furniture items. Like, come on, there's more to life. And like, I love decorating in games. I think it's so fun, but like, come on, give us a little bit of something more. Yeah, no, I need to have a fan next to me. I sound so congested right now. Ooh, you're doing origami. Ooh, Christmas stars and a big garland. Wow, that sounds really beautiful. I love like paper crafts. We should do that sometime. But I'll like learn what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm pretty much just sorry. Wrong button. I'm pretty much using this as my reference for my little orchid. I really like the embroidery that they did on the petals, so I think I want to do that. But for now, I'm just going to cut out some leaf shapes. And I guess like there's kind of no wrong way to make a random leaf shape, because it's foliage. It's forgiving. Boom. Something like that. And then we'll just make it like a weird wavy situation. Boom, boom. Is that what orchid flowers look, or orchid leaves look like? Not really. But it'll just go behind my flower. So I have that piece, and then maybe we'll make like one more little weird wavy situation. Wee. And then actually I like low-key, I gotta go start getting ready. Well, first of all, I really want to clean my house today. My house is, every Friday this happens. I'm like alone on Fridays. My boyfriend stays out at his family's house on Fridays typically. And And so I have free reign of the apartment, and it gets dangerous because then I don't clean up for a full like 24 hours. So things are looking a little crazy over here. Okay, those are going to be my leaves. And then let's pick out the petal colors for my mom. My mom loves like a bright green, but I think this is like a good green for her. I feel like we should do a pink, a little pinky, or a purple could be cute, but I feel like my mom doesn't really wear purple. Or I could also do like a little soft yellow. I kind of like that idea because like her color palette is definitely more towards the greens in terms of just colors that she wears. So I feel like this could be cute, like a little butter yellow orchid. Do we see the vision? I just need to make a bunch of ovals. I feel like orchids are the perfect flower to do this with because they have such a distinct shape. Like, we're gonna be able to tell that this is an orchid. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I'm just gonna cut out each petal and then we're gonna put it together eventually. Let's see. This is maybe one of the side petals. Boom. Boom. One petal down. I've been wanting an orchid tattoo for the longest time. Maybe that's what I do for my birthday tattoo this year. I've been thinking about it. And I don't really have any solid ideas yet, but that's okay. I've got time. But I kind of want to get a tattoo in February for my birthday. Ooh, that petal's a little bit bigger than the other. I'll just make you a little smaller. Unkexway. Let me know how to say your username because I feel like that wasn't right, but welcome. I'm glad you were able to join. We are getting all crafty. You literally just got some felt. That's crazy. Oh no, now I made it too small. We'll see. Maybe I can use this one for one of the other pieces. But maybe I should copy this one. That'll be easier. Oh, it's like kawaii, but unkawaii. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. Not X way or whatever I said. Thank you for correcting me. And welcome. Thanks for being here. This is actually probably my last one that I'm going to work on stream. And then the rest of this project, we'll see. Maybe I'll do like one more live stream depending on how long this takes me. Otherwise, the rest of this process I'm going to try to make into a YouTube video. I don't really know exactly how I'm going to like format it, but I kind of want to like somehow use all this footage too. Not all of it, obviously, since we've been live for like 3 hours, but I think it would be cool to put some of this footage in. We'll see how I do that. I think I'm like entering an experimental phase a little bit with my YouTube where I'm like reassessing how I do things and being like, oh, should I switch things up? Should I experiment? Oh my gosh. The E6000 is like, the bottle is closed, but I'm still getting huge whiffs of it. Next time I use it, I definitely should get a fan. This is not safe. Okay. I think this one needs to be a little skinnier. This middle petal. Ooh, I'm planning to make some felt photo card holders, put them in blind box, but in blind box format for some friends. Wait, that's such a cute idea, to make little DIY blind boxes. And then you can like give them out at a party or something and everyone's like, ooh, what do I get? That's such a cute idea. That's so crafty. Also, photo card holders. I think I've seen a lot of pins of those. Like people make these really cute little, they're like felt photo frames and you can put them on like keychains and stuff. That's so cute. We love cute little things. We love doing cute little crafts for your friends. Okay, it doesn't quite look like an orchid yet, but trust and believe. We just need to make this little center part. And I think a orchid of this color would have a center part that's like this brighter yellow. So let's try it. And the piece that I'm copying just kind of has like a 5 or 6 pointed shape. It's just like a abstract shape. So I think I can do that. Okay, like I was saying earlier though, I need to clean my house today. Also, I have a little video shoot later for my friend. I've been trying to like get more into the Chicago dance community because I really haven't been like a part of it until like the last year or so. So I've been doing more like little side projects for people. And I'm really having a good time with it. I was saying earlier, like dance is kind of like not my number one hobby per se. I don't know if I ever have a number one hobby, but it's definitely something I've gotten really into and I want to continue to do more of next year. I feel like I've talked about this in the past a little bit, but I'm never sure if I like want to post my dance stuff on this account. Like, I don't know how serious I'm trying to make it, you know? And it just feels like sometimes a lot of pressure to like post it. So for now, it's just like something I do for fun. But this video shoot that we're doing, I think I need to have like my hair wet for. Like I have to do like the gel wet hair look. Wish me luck. I've tried it before. I tried it for my Shark Boy costume and it did not really read. My hair just looked really dirty. So hopefully this time I can get it together. Okay, this is an abstract shape if I've ever seen it. Oop. Here. Let's assemble it in my hand. Oh! I can kind of tell what it is. Like a little bit. Eh? Hamika, trust is the process, denial is the key. Absolutely. The vision has visioned. I think it has. Okay. The example that I'm looking at has like beautiful embroidery all over the orchid, and I'm at a crossroads now because I really don't want to embroider another time today. So, do I stop now and allow myself to take some time later to do this well? Or do I just glue it because I'm impatient? I think I know what the answer should be. Let me cut out 2 more pieces that I need for this. And then I think we're gonna call it. I think then, like, I feel like I've made good progress on this. And I'm seeing the vision. And that's important. I find with, like, whatever, like, bigger project I have, like, it's kind of nice sometimes to stop in the middle of a step. Because then when you pick it up the next time, you kind of know exactly what you're doing. So if I have all the pieces ready to go, I feel like it's way higher of a chance that I'll pick it up when I'm like watching TV or something. I have been obsessed with Apothecary Diaries. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm so obsessed that currently Megan and I have 2 more episodes left of the seasons that are out. So that's kind of like big sad. Like, what am I going to do when it's over? So I've been also rewatching the whole thing from the start on my own when we're not watching episodes together. Which is like so nerdy. Like, I just can't get enough. But it is one of those shows where, like, I feel like I missed a lot of details the first time around. And it's kind of fun to watch now that I know how certain things shake out. It's fun to see it from the beginning again. But I really recommend that anime. Even if you are not into animes, I feel like I watch like just cutie girly animes mostly. And I feel like a lot of people would like Apothecary Diaries. Okay, that's adding to it. Let me make 1 more of these little petals. And we'll be golden. Oh yeah, I forgot that it's on Netflix, Samika. Yeah, you can watch it on there if you don't have Crunchyroll. I think that I want to say they're missing some seasons on Netflix though. I might be totally wrong. I might be spreading false info. Or maybe it's, I don't know. Something is different about like what's the version on Netflix and the version on Crunchyroll. The streaming services, they need to just get it together. Like, come on. It was supposed to make everything more simple. Okay. We're gonna make our little assembly of the orchid down here. So we got our little base petals. Wait. Let me turn down the camera because it's a little hard to see this color. Okay. And then I think I want these like this shape. These petals will go over that. Like that, kinda. Hold on. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a picture of it once I get it all set up right. These petals go behind it. These are a lot of layers. Does it look like an orchid? Kind of like a wonky orchid for sure. I feel like the angles of everything needs to be like just right. But I think I'm on the right track. Methinks. Oh. And then it'll have like the little the leaves behind it. Oh, it'll look more like an orchid once I glue it all properly. Maybe I'll add some more leaves to it too, but I'm gonna just snap a picture of this so I remember what it looks like. But what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna probably add some embroidery to it because I really think the embroidery adds something to these, and then I'll glue it. But this way I at least have all the petals set up. I think I'm gonna just do like some little lines on all of the petals with embroidery thread to just add some detail, and maybe on the leaves too. I think that could be really cute. So that'll be my third felt charm, a little orchid. And then my last one, which will be kind of challenging perhaps, I want to do some sort of food one for my dad. But I'll figure out exactly what I'm going to do with that later. But yay, this is everything that I have going on so far for these little bag charms. I think they're going to turn out really cute. I feel like the felt is going to be like the main attraction, and then whatever I come up with the shrinky dinks, I'll put on these little charms, and it'll be such a cute little gift. What do we think? I think it's so cute. Okay. Very productive session. Absolutely. Hamika, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for making sure I didn't pass out from E6000. We made it. I actually have to like really get going to get ready for this video shoot and stuff. And I'm excited to finish this and hopefully make a video out of it very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a great rest of your Saturday, a great holiday season. Good luck with all the crafting and all the gift giving and all of the things, whatever you're working on. I hope it's going well. Oh my gosh. Yes, Flynn, get some felt. Honestly, I forgot about how fun felt is. And now I have this whole pack of felt. So we should do like felt crafts this year. It'll be so fun. Yeah, I've been having a really good time making these little streams, doing little crafts together. So as long as you guys keep liking it, we'll keep doing this. But yeah, if you're ever like looking for where I'm at and I'm radio silent on YouTube, I usually am more active on my Instagram, just like on my stories, every once in a while. So follow me there, I guess, if you're looking for updates. But otherwise, I'm gonna peace out. Thank you guys so much for being here. I super appreciate everyone that's been here hanging out, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, hey, thanks for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.